Well, Shrems, I don't... Wait a minute. You're not Shrems.
You gotta come up with a better intro line for that.
Phil, take it. Next one, Ugly Thirds.
Well, welcome back, sports fans. So welcome to a flash report here for a special episode. And yes, I am on this side of the table.
You're on this side of the table.
And yes, you need to come up with a better intro line when I'm on this side because it's the same.
Weird.
Same line. But there are some breaking news, and
Shrems is out of state.
Yes, he is having some fun. So,
but he did send us his statement, which will play with some fascinating, top-notch AI technologies to bring him to life.
Absolutely. So what do we got?
So, the Winter Classic jersey has leaked. Do you want to show the nice slide? Yeah,
so here's our introduction. So, the Chicago Winter Classic jersey leaked technically Friday morning. So, this is Saturday now. So...
I heard about it this morning, so I guess I'm behind. But it leaked, and we are taking this info from Aesthetics, which is well respected in the industry. Go ahead and throw that. So he tweeted about it with a number of pictures taken from 95 Take and Give on Instagram, which I guess has bunches of jerseys from Indonesia. And as I'm sure you know, the main manufacturers of the Adidas/Fanatics jerseys are in Indonesia. So something escaped a factory somewhere.
Which is now just Fanatics.
Yeah, well, yes. So it escaped the Fanatics factory at what was the Adidas level of jerseys. Whereas, we haven't seen what the retail, what was the Fanatics jerseys are going to be, like the low level. We haven't seen the low levels yet.
I mean, everyone's saying that nothing's going to change with those ones. So
I hope so. Because now that we're seeing game jerseys, I never had any doubt that game jerseys weren't going to be good, especially after how much baseball was screwed up by. Well, they say it was Nike, Fanatics names on it, I never had any doubt that was going to be fine. It's what's the retail going to look like, and it looks like what was Adidas is going to be exactly the same. I'm really hoping it's not heat-pressed garbage further down the chain is really my concern. But without further ado, let's look at the jersey.
Well, and just a side note on that, I do think it won't be. My hope for that is not be because look at the Mitchell Ness series. They had the 1.0. It was heat-pressed garbage, and then the internet blew up. And then they had starting a line of 2.0, and I got that Mitchell and Ness 2.0, that Oilers one, and it was fantastic. So
that's true.
And they realized it was, and so hopefully that's my hope. But anyways, back to the news at hand. What was leaked was this beauty.
Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. I love it. 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 Where's Anna Gasteyer when you need her? That's what I should have inserted, just a gif of that playing. Now, we have been criticized that we like everything if it would be worn in the 1920s. But
we're old men, but yes.
The Winter Classic is meant to evoke the olden days. I think this does it exceptionally well. They basically moved up the hemline stripes to a midriff stripe and added a roundel. Throwbacks on the sleeve logos. The sleeve stripes are now the same as the hemline. I guess take that down. Let's walk through the process here, if you will. Oh, what am I hooked on? Oh, why is there a thing down here? I broke a hanger.
I wonder why.
So, the main jersey, right, and all its glorious chain stitching that's going to stay.
And the only thing that's going to be different is pretty much the dimple shoulders that are going to be gone with the Fanatics.
Which I never loved the dimples. It's fine. But all right, so the hemline. These stripes are now here, and they probably took one look at that and said, well, you can't, all of this detailed design mixed on top of this just did not work, so they went back to this with its now broken hanger, and well, we did this, why can't we do another roundel? So we get a roundel logo, and I think by merging the two, you get a really good design that evokes this gorgeous thing without actually doing it, and even better, without screwing it up like Reverse Retro 2 and Chicago across the center.
Right.
So,
and the word mark is 1 still versus the 2. So they didn't go back to having it as 2 separate words. And then they added the...
I said, go ahead, pull it back up.
They added the 6-point stars.
Which are so the Chicago flag. I should have put a thing in. It's a white flag, 2 light blue stripes, and then 4 6-pointed red stars. It is a well-loved flag, and each star is for a major event in Chicago's history. And they keep saying we should add a 5th, but no one can agree what that 5th one is, so they haven't. And by putting it there on the right, actually, you want to go to the next slide. It's a closer up. Yes. So you can see those 2 stars on each side for 4 total stars. You can see that the sleeve stripes have been changed to match the bottom, which they did in the earliest versions of these jerseys in the late 50s. And the shoulder patch moves down onto the sleeve stripes, which also happened in some of those earliest jerseys. It's absolutely gorgeous. Next slide. We also know the chain stitching is back now on Adidas, and really all the game-worn jerseys. You'll see the gorgeous chain stitching that adds so much to it. I mean, just look at how good that looks. Look at it. Just look at it. Are you looking at it, Phil?
I am looking at it, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? I've been talking a lot.
Well, and you felt to get a little bit of the vintage white a little bit on there to give that throwback look, and just the detail on the stitching itself. Just you had the chain on the shoulder, or I'm sorry, the sleeve now, but even just on the Chicago part on the front, just that stitching on there is so much detail on there to begin with. So there's a lot of detail involved with this. For tactically, 5th jersey, technically 6th jersey. Because we've had LA Kings, we've had the Ducks that are just doing complete rebrand, throwback brands, whatever you want to call them, because they're not complete new ones. Utah, which has their, this year only ones, and then you have this one, which is kind of a new idea. So 7th? No, yeah, be this one. Yeah, because you have home and away. Yeah. So 4-2-2-2. Yeah, so 7th. And for first year of a new contract of a new manufacturer, this is a lot of detail for that. And so people were wondering what was going to happen with the Stadium jerseys and the Winter Classic jerseys, how much detail would be involved with these, and they did a pretty good job here so far.
I'm very, very excited by these. I think this is absolutely what we've needed. And kudos for look. I know I'm considered a Fanatics apologist, but this shows that they can do good things. I mean, like when you get a new hockey coach, you're still on the old guy's team, just with a new fresh person at the top, which sometimes will lead you to a Stanley Cup. See Michel Therrien to help me
Bausma.
out to Dan Bausma,
and then Johnson to Sullivan.
Right. So we're still riding that wave of it's the old guys stuff. Is this the first real Fanatics thing? Or when they fully get control and get used to it, are they going to blow it all? Well, we don't know yet. But so far, this is the 2009 Cup run Penguins to me. I don't know. I'm very pleased. Very, very pleased with this.
And now this is with a asterisk. No numbers yet. So we don't know what the number kit's going to look like on this.
Oh, so true.
So that could...
If you want to go back a couple slides, actually.
I'm going back a couple slides.
Yeah, one more. There's not a lot of room there. At least I don't think.
So I'm wondering if the numbers are actually going to go up on the shoulder itself.
But there's a patch there.
But that's up here. That's on like collar. So between the collar and where the striping starts, if you put it right there. If not, they're going to have to go in the sleeve. Like on the cuff.
Yeah, well, they're not going to put them that low. I mean, it hasn't been done. I think that, well, I know at least in the NCAA I've seen those, and it's dumb. Well, I guess you consider the Canucks their first flying V's had them way low, but again, dumb.
I mean, I'm surprised the patches are already there up there, but I mean, you got to make space for the potential ads.
They would have been better on the front and then put shoulder numbers, likely, but we'll see. I mean, it could just be a bit deceptive.
Well, and it's the league too, so it might adjust. You never know. Like, it could change by then. Like, if it's going on. But we have a point out.
Oh, go ahead.
Does
Sorry.
it say the hemline?
I have a slide for that.
Okay, so am I going? Is it
Keep
before?
going. One more. There we go.
So Adidas started doing the hanger effect, and so now Fanatics is adding their second hemline effect. So now they're gonna have both,
which is not actually new. As I have my Team Britain here, Offensive Pro Sports, which is what a name, has had this going on for a long time. It's 100% polyester, and then like it keeps going. It gives you the size and whatnot. I have actually a couple of these where, yeah, okay, like it can be done. There's no reason, before it's stitched, you print it and then it gets folded over and stitched. It's unused real estate previous. It'd be cool if they actually start like labeling it with some sort of, actually put like a year they started using that jersey or something. Because I mean, like the actual game worn My Gray will have the patch in there that tells you information on when that jersey was used. NHL Winter Classic. I love to put NHL Winter Classic and a date and just make that a standard thing of Ducks hockey 2024-25. And then when they finally switch over, or each year it was made. I mean, make it so you have different vintages of them.
Yeah, don't give them too many ideas. It'd be like different years. Like, oh, I got the 2024 series, but I didn't get the 2025 series. So
I mean,
like, collecting cards.
2026 was such a good year. Like,
the color was changed just slightly, so you have to get it.
I do that already, but it was exactly the same. I mean, I take your point, but like, I think it'd be cool.
Moving on. Do we have,
if you want to put up Shrems's full statement,
so
probably gonna have to go full screen him.
I will go slide deck,
and then let's go to our immersive AI. We don't have a mic. Oh, we do have a mic. Yeah, immersive AI. No, not that one. The previous one. Click.
When I heard that Chicago got another outdoor game, I fully anticipated either the head or Roundel logo. What we've gotten, however, is a fresh take on what could have been a very boring play from the Blackhawks. The biggest win is placing a roundel over a striping pattern without a dedicated stripe space for the roundel itself. It looks like the chain stitching is coming back, which is a staple for Chicago. Plus it's red, which is a first. Great start for Fanatics here.
And then he was very insistent that the next statement get made. Go ahead and hit play.
John is the best and he is always the correct choice within sweater showdowns, so vote for his choices every time. His opinions are perfect.
He really was very insistent that I include that, so I
feel a little propaganda going on there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's why we can't film these things when he's out of town, which happens a lot when he's out of town.
Look, I asked him to film something, and he just was like, I'm busy. I'm in the middle of a thing. I'm like, well, type something up.
Well, I mean, he's in the middle of a thing.
He's in the middle of a thing.
Can't be mad at him for having a thing.
Who has a life?
Is it the last slide?
John is the best and he is always the correct choice within.
That's the last slide, right? Okay.
Yes, that is the last slide. I did not include anything else.
Okay. So,
all in all, we love it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get one. So
yeah, I want to buy one at the premium level, like the previously Adidas level. Like I want the full fledged thing.
So premium because the authentic is the actual authentic,
the actual on ice version for $450.
None of us are buying one for $450 because that's even just they're suggested. Like the Ducks were selling theirs for $499, so it's not even like that's what they're going for. So. Yeah, none of us are going to get that.
I do love that they put up here and it says premium, and I want to keep making the joke that, well, they put a premium on that. I think it's fun.
Wouldn't it be interesting, like, you find out down the road, like, the only difference is they changed that, like, line right there? Like, it's the same jersey, but it's just a different line.
You have authentic, premium, and then crap.
Because that was the lawsuit before, because it wasn't the actual on ice. But, like, they could be just the same stuff. It's just made a different spot.
Which is so silly, you're making them already, and people and that's just it. They're putting a ridiculous price tag on it, going how many people are going to buy it, and people are going to buy it.
Like eventually, I will get one. I will get a Penguins one at some point.
The number of people who look down at me are like, oh, you don't have the authentic ones? You have to put a stitch around yours because it's not the authentic ones? I'm like, do you know what the price tag is that's going to be?
But even the authentic ones are going to fall apart. Like, you see how many of the ones that the players in the ice wear and the stuff falls apart when
they
get ripped or hit or something like that? Like, the stuff does not last just because it's authentic either.
Yeah.
So like,
oh, but it's authentic.
I mean, we're teachers. Like, can't
on a teacher's salary.
But yeah, we'll get some. And definitely gonna get Utah. I mean, of course. So that's gonna be coming up. So like, with the PayPal will be getting some workouts soon. I mean, it's a good thing there won't be too many New Jerseys this year. So it won't be like the reverse retro. We had to collect them all. So so anyways, we're rambling. So
let's wrap it up here. It's a good jersey. It's a good jersey. We're all going to buy it. Well, I don't know if Shums will buy it, but we're going to buy it. And we'll definitely have that review when that happens, which I imagine will be months from now. But stay tuned. So I'm John. He's not Shrems. Phil, take us out.
I was going to say, make sure you put your comments. Tell us what you think in the comments of what what's coming up. And then actually, what do you think St. Louis is going to be? Because that hasn't leaked yet. Like, what do you think St. Louis should be? Let's get some comments going. Let's get some conversations going.
Look at you YouTubing.
Yeah. Tell us what you think, because I would assume St. Louis will be leaking soon. And remember, it's not on New Year's Day. It is on New Year's Eve this year coming up. And they're making a whole big thing. And I'm sidetracking, but the NCAA is going to have a couple games out there. Like, they're making it a week-long event. So make sure you get to check that out, because it does sound like a really cool thing happening down there. So, now my spiel. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Ring the bell to get notifications when we do post new videos. And come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Did you screw up subscribe? Subscribe?
I have speech problems. We know this.
Yeah,
I had speech therapy as a kid.